Little guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit. He runs a lot, he moves a lot. I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just going to overpower him. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Little guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit because they're smaller. He runs a lot, he moves a lot. Tyson's probably going to have a few rounds.
Although Mike Tyson supported Tyson Fury in the recent Unified World Heavyweight Championship, he now acknowledges Oleksandr Usyk. As the top heavyweight of this era, Tyson also backs his decision to return to the cruiserweight division, believing there's no need for a rematch with Daniel Dubois after Usyk's dominant win.
I'm going to look forward to that fight. Really, that's going to be an interesting fight. I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just going to overpower him. He's going to catch up with him and overpower him.
He's going to catch up with him and overpower. Many boxing professionals still view a win over Dubois in August 2023 as controversial. However, Mike Tyson sees it differently. He believes Dubois has nothing new to offer Usyk. According to Tyson, the unified heavyweight champion has nothing left to prove, not just in the heavyweight division, but also in the cruiserweight division, which he may return to next year. While Dubois may have knocked out Anthony Joshua, Usyk has already defeated him. Twice, Usyk isn't known for his knockout power, but he outboxed Joshua in 2 matches with his impressive skills and footwork.
With people is always ends up one way. You always end up knocking him out in the rematch. Whoever I've faced more than once has been knocked out in the rematch. So I'm envisaging
he's got to do what he's got to do, and I don't really see any other fights for Oleksandr Usyk. One thing I will tell you is, don't count your chickens. I don't think Daniel Dubois will necessarily beat Joseph Parker.
Eddie Hearn has cast doubt on Daniel Dubois' chances of securing a rematch with Oleksandr Usyk after Usyk's dominant victory over Tyson Fury, and Riyad Dubois boldly interrupted Usyk's victory speech, demanding revenge for their controversial 2023 bout. Dubois claimed a low blow robbed him of a fair chance last time, and called out Frank Warren to arrange a rematch. However, his actions were widely criticized, with Carl Frampton labeling them disrespectful to Usyk Fury, and even Dubois' upcoming opponent Joseph Parker. Hearn emphasized that Dubois faces a tough road ahead, especially with Parker as a significant obstacle in his February fight. Dubois' bold move, though eye-catching, has sparked debate over its timing and appropriateness, overshadowing Usyk's historic victory.
Wait, Dubois was in the ring, obviously trying to make a fight, but it's a little bit disrespectful. First of all, to Tyson Fury. Secondly, to Oleksandr Usyk. But thirdly, to Joseph Parker, who he's going to fight in February. You know, I didn't quite like that. I understand why he's doing it, but it wasn't my...
Former boxer Carl Froch weighed in on Daniel Dubois' call out of Oleksandr Usyk, expressing reservations about its timing and execution. Froch speculated that Dubois' promoter Frank Warren might have encouraged the move to generate buzz for a future fight. While Froch acknowledged the intent, he criticized the approach, noting that he was visibly exhausted after his victory over Tyson Fury was in the middle of an interview, when Dubois abruptly interrupted.
Daniel Dubois jumped in the ring and said, "Let's get this fight on." I think he was told by Brickchop to do that. Jump in there, make a bit of noise. So Daniel Dubois got in there. I didn't like it because Usyk was tired. He wanted to do his interview, and then he's got Daniel Dubois jumping on. But I understand, he's selling the game, aren't you? Trying to get the next fight. But I didn't like the way he did that. And Usyk's just put in a real shift. He was tired. He was marked up. And he's now having to say... And he actually called it, didn't he? He said, "Turkey allows..."
Cautioned that if Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois were to face off again, Usyk would need to be fully committed and well prepared given Dubois' rising confidence and power. Froch acknowledged Dubois' progress, but emphasized the importance of us maintaining the right mentality. With Dubois slated to face Joseph Parker next, Froch noted the tough road ahead for both fighters, while a Usyk-Dubois rematch would undoubtedly generate excitement. Froch advised Usyk to take time to savor his recent victory before considering another bout.
I wouldn't like to see Usyk get in there with Daniel Dubois and not really fancy it, not want to do it, because Daniel Dubois is young, strong, big puncher. He's flying at the minute. I know he's got Joseph Parker next, but I suppose if Usyk does fight again, that's probably the fight for him. That's the fight that we're going to want to see as fans. But I think Usyk should just go away now, enjoy that win, back-to-back wins against Tyson Fury, who is one hell of a fighter. He's a fantastic fighter.
Oleksandr Usyk should take a well-deserved break before deciding on his next move. He suggested that Usyk, having solidified his status in the heavyweight division, should rest And watch how the upcoming Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker fight unfolds. Scott emphasized that it's time for other contenders to prove themselves, allowing Usyk to recharge. While assessing his competition, it does Fury go from here in yours Fury and Anthony Joshua is definitely one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport right now, and I think they should pursue that. And now Oleksandr Usyk should just go and rest and wait to see what Dubois and Joseph Park do next. Lennox Lewis offered a contrasting view on Oleksandr Usyk's future, highlighting the pivotal decisions ahead for the heavyweight champion, commending Usyk's resilience, especially after his victory over Tyson Fury. Lewis acknowledged Usyk's place as a dominant force in boxing. He noted, however, that Usyk now stands at a crossroads with his next steps, hinging on his personal ambitions, whether to retire or seek new challenges, leaving his future wide open with endless possibility.
It goes to London, the biggest fight in history, maybe Anthony Joshua.
Former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko praised Oleksandr Usyk's latest victory, but dismissed the need for a rematch with Daniel Dubois. Klitschko argued that Usyk had already proven himself against Dubois and should focus on more significant challenges in the competitive heavyweight division, deeming a second fight unnecessary. You saw Dubois get in the ring and CH him to a rematch. How do you see that fight going if it happens? I don't think Oleksandr needs any repetition with Dubois. That's my op. Despite Daniel Dubois being considered a legitimate contender for Usyk's undisputed heavyweight crown, his immediate call-out after Usyk's victory over Tyson Fury raised doubts. Many believe Dubois is prematurely focusing on a rematch with Usyk, as he still has a crucial fight against Joseph Parker. In February, Eddie Hearn expressed skepticism about Dubois' chances against Parker, citing Parker's strong form and experience, including wins over Deontay Wilder and Guile. Hearn's doubts stem from Dubois' overshadowed win over Anthony Joshua, and the road to a rematch with Usyk remains uncertain. Frank Warren also emphasized that Dubois should stay focused on his upcoming fight with Parker before looking ahead to bigger challenges in the heavyweight division.
A fight in February to worry about. That's the main thing he should be worrying about at the moment, and that's his fight against Joe Parker. That is going to be a tough fight for both of them. It's a good fight, and I'm looking forward to that. And after that fight, then to see what happens.
Joseph Parker acknowledged Daniel Dubois' impressive form and power ahead of their clash, calling it the toughest challenge of his career, while recognizing Dubois' relentless pressure and powerful combinations. Parker remains confident in his own abilities. He believes his speed, movement, and experience will be key advantages in the fight, emphasizing that his technical skills and ring intelligence will be crucial in handling duos. Aggression in Daniel is a great fight to be involved with. Because he's in good form, he's looked great in his last 3 outings, and he's full of confidence, and with each fight he looked better and better. So I have to be on my game and better than what I was against Zhang. And our later Parker shared footage on Instagram, captioning it, "Great to see my next dance partner Dynamite Daniel Dubois here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Fury versus Usyk, as both fighters move forward with their training camps. This friendly encounter adds an interesting dynamic to their eventual showdown in the ring."
Yeah. Is he doing good?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, looking forward to
Ready
that.
to go, mate. There.
There we go, yeah.
All right.
When did you get in?
What did you get?
Too late. 6 this morning.
Oh, yeah? From England?
6 o'clock this morning. Supposed to be here for 2:30 last night, but just got delayed.
Yeah. Delays. Everyone's getting delayed, I think, yeah.
What, you guys?
We got in this morning. Well, 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, yeah.
You got the same hotel?
No, we're somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
There is, I'm Daniel's manager.
Oh, nice to meet you. Yeah. See you soon.
After Dubois' call out for a rematch with Usyk, the possibility of a second fight between them remains a hot topic. However, trainer Martin B's coach Nelson believes there is another fighter who could pose a real threat to Usyk. Martin B. Nelson pointed out that while Usyk's victory over Fury was impressive, it wasn't as sharp as their first encounter, and he personally scored the fight as a draw, emphasizing how close it was. He believes B's unique skills, such as his ability to close the gap quickly and set traps, give him a distinct advantage over Usyk. Nelson dismissed the idea of a Dubois rematch, saying it was unnecessary after Usyk's dominant performance in their previous fight. He firmly believes that Martin B would be Usyk's toughest challenge, with bold confidence he could knock out the Ukrainian champion.
Oh,
Martin Bakole is said that he would crush Oleksandr Usyk in a fight based on his last performance with Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Billy Nelson has stated that based on Oleksandr Usyk's last performance, his fighter Martin Bakole would destroy Oleksandr Usyk with the relentless pressure, the youth, the hunger, the power, etc.
Usyk has made it clear that he is not ready for any upcoming fights, whether against Martin or Dubois, as he focuses on resting and spending time with his family. In his post-fight press conference, Usyk expressed a strong desire to take a break from the boxing world. He plans to disconnect from everything, return home, and enjoy peaceful moments. Reflecting on life, his main priority now is to rest and be with his children away from the pressures of boxing and any discussions about future opponents, like Dubois or Tyson Fury.
My next step, I wanna rest because my little daughter Maria. Today, my wife sent me a message video. My little daughter say, "Daddy, Daddy." 10.5 months. I look at my little daughter. 2 months. Now I wanna rest. Not think about boxing, Dubois, Tyson Fury. Just rest. Just play with my children.
US promoter Alex Kook echoed Usyk's sentiments, stressing that Daniel Dubois must first face Joseph Parker, a challenge he believes is far from easy for the British fighter. Kook emphasized that it's too soon to discuss a potential rematch between us and Dubois, with the focus needing to remain on Dubois' upcoming bout before any further discussions.
Dubois has to fight Joseph Parker, and this is a very tough fight for him. I have my bet with Joseph Parker, so it's too early to mention here Daniel's name in regards to Usyk.
And his promoter have made it clear that discussing a rematch with Daniel Dubois is premature, as Duo still needs to prove himself against Joseph Parker in February. However, SA promoter Turkey Alec has hinted that if Dubois wins, a rematch with Usyk could happen soon, while Eddie Hearn advises Dubois to focus on his fight with Parker. He continues to prioritize the highly anticipated showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, considering it one of the most important events in British boxing. Despite Fury's recent loss to Usyk, he remains determined to fight Joshua at least once, with the possibility of a rematch. Froch, however, suggests that Fury may want to consider retirement, decreasing the potential Fury versus Joshua fight as a rubber match that could serve as a fitting end to Fury's career, though it feels like a battle of the losers, with both fighters having been outclassed by Usyk.
See the enticement. I can see the rubber match between him and AJ. But Tyson, I don't know how he's going to take that. That was another not devastating loss, but it's another loss. And on the build-up there, when he was giving Usyk some beef and saying, "I'm the champion, you're effing this and you're effing that and you rabbit," and he was getting wound up, you could see that he actually got a bit of hatred for Usyk there, because he's ruined his legacy and he's ruined him at the end of his career. But it will get a big crowd at Wembley Stadium, and that will be a sign-off payday. But to be honest, it's not a big fight for me. It's not something I get excited for. It's almost like the battle of the losers, isn't it? They've both lost to Usyk.